They've been being interviewed all day long, see them?
Not really all day long. This is like our fourth one.
Yeah? Anything left to say at all?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing? Just want to sort of sit around and...
Shit.
What is the rubbish?
Do you know the history of our band? Please God.
Vaguely, but reminding me, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell.
It's funny, I got a lot of stuff from Anton.
Well, they started out as these little fuck-ups from a small town from Aberdeen, and all they did was smoke pot and spray paint the walls and stuff, and they're all rebellious, and they didn't like their parents, and had to find a new outlet for all their rebellious energy. So they started a band with a drummer, and then they kicked that drummer out, and then they got another drummer, and they kicked that drummer out, and then they got another drummer, and then they kicked that drummer out, and then they got another. Then they made a record
With that drummer.
kicked that then they kicked them out, and then they got another one.
And then they,
then they borrowed one.
We borrowed
From the Melvins, this guy named Dale Griffin, and then he couldn't stay. And then they got another one, but they kicked him out, and then.
Well, wasn't that you?
Oh yeah,
you're back again. That's it.
I'm
We've
back
got
again.
over our problem.
So
I don't even know who all the drummers were.
in the meantime, they toured a couple times and put out some records and stuff, and people liked them.
I could probably like walk down the street and run into one.
Run into a drummer and not even recognize him.
Where's I seen? Ex-drummer.
So lots of drummers, and another guitarist somewhere along the line.
That's something. I thought that was a wet dream.
That was a big. It wasn't a wet dream. It was a nightmare. It was a mistake. It was
One of the many mistakes.
heavy magnitude.
He got credit on the record. He didn't even play.
So it's just like you two, one's Davidson thingy and the other one's Nigel thingy. It's like drummers left, right and centre.
Right.
Yeah.
So, someone said to me, what lies beyond the promise of the power chord?
Rhythm.
Melody.
The Dorian mode.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I could ask it. So what questions are other people asked you already today?
Just how
you're
we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I got this one.
You really want to do what lies beyond the power chord?
The promise of the power chord.
The promise of the power chord?
Percussion.
The promise of
A good time.
hey, beer drinking, girl fucking, crack smoking.
Clean guitars, but it's like a sharp edge to them. Augmented chords.
Yeah?
Never
That's a
know.
good answer.
Overindulgent masturbatory jack off. Time signatures.
Xylophones.
Xylophone.
Absolute vodka.
Okay. Someone was going to come down with me today and said, ask him a few questions. He didn't know these things. Turned him up and said, we're going to die. He didn't know who it was.
Who's it? Anton?
No, somebody was going to come down with me to interview. He got a phone call.
You were gonna die?
Yeah, it's like someone phoned up.
Some fishing.
And he's a bit worried, so he didn't make it. But he asked me to ask you, do you like Metallica?
We used to. I used to like Metallica when Kill 'Em All came out. But that's just about the only metal I've ever appreciated besides old stuff like Led Zeppelin
It's
stuff like that.
It's funny how don't have a total animosity and hatred towards them. As I do with most metal bands. I just look at them and say, these guys are fucked up, and bad. And I see Metallica, it's like, I have something. It doesn't.
Because they write good songs.
Yeah,
they didn't. They never. I don't think they ever had to kiss anybody's ass. You know. I mean, they kind of made it doing what they do, and I respect them for
They
that.
made metal street on a street level again, in a real way. But
I don't think
metal's a good idea. It's just too bad that it's saturated with bullshit right now.
What was happening?
What?
Hasn't it always been?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Judas Priest was a damn good band.
is it? I don't remember them being angry.
I bet I could put on a good priest
Yeah,
record.
I'm sure there are.
I bet I could find a good priest record. We'd all sit around and go, yeah, this is pretty cool. You know? But could you do that with a Wasp record or
No.
anything there on the floor?
Anything in
you know?
pile.
Anything in this
Iron Maiden, Kiss.
pile of shit.
Well,
there.
Kiss. Look at Kiss, man.
Kiss is cool. Kiss is heavy metal. But
Kiss is
I mean,
metal.
yeah, but that was more of like the glammy stuff. You know,
The
stuff
British-
from the
British
80s.
metal.
Yeah, from the late, from the early 80s on.
Yeah.
Well, Judas Priest is 70s too. So
Well, that Saxon stuff.
Saxon
New
is
ways, but
garbage.
British metal.
Yeah,
But then there's Sweet.
early Iron Maiden was cool before they got that Luciano, Tom Jones, Power Rock.
The fat kids.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are the new wave of heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Fuck yeah. They're the heaviest band in the world.
They're really good.
They're actually a punk band,
Semi-metal.
but
Slow down.
they could appeal to a metal audience if the metal audience were to just open their minds a bit.
I had a friend. Mind to open.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll take some mind-expanding substance. Things are different now. You start talking about.
Yeah, then you end up with something like all these British bands and like this open little kiddies who follow them and stuff like that.
ABBA. ABBA.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a metal
people.
band.
I just find it weird because like a couple of interviews I've done recently, I didn't want to sound like it's like so knackered because they've done 5 or 6 interviews in a day. I can't get down and think like this kind of day. It's like,
Because you
Like,
give the answers, those guys, heavyweight answers.
well, sounding just well, I don't know what I should say. Maybe I didn't have that much to ask them, but it's something you have.
Yeah.
So do you like those sort of like sound? Like you don't force it.
We love it.
Yeah.
As people.
The band.
And as a band,
As a band, sure.
I love Soundgarden's one of my main bands.
So you like
There's room in my heart for Soundgarden.
Vaseline?
There's room in my heart for Vaselines too.
Yeah.
I love them.
Well, my heart's pretty much filled up with the Vaselines. I'd say my heart would hold this much Vaselines and not much Soundgarden.
Yeah. More Vaselines than Soundgarden.
Yeah, but I don't know, same, speaking of my heart too, it's like, it's cool that Soundgarden has a place in my heart, because my heart has a backwards R on it, and that's for opinions are us, you know what I mean? I judge bands really heavily, ruthlessly, opinionated, opinions up the ass. I guess my asshole has an R too.
For rectum.
I'm just gonna wreck them.
Other bands you like, yeah, you look like that. Like, or feel, maybe the Pixies with. Would you like the Pixies? Did you see them last night? Yeah.
Not last night, the night before.
Yeah.
Loved it. Was blown away. Been wanting to see them for years.
I've never seen them, so.
Fantastic.
They've played in England sometimes, just never ever. Maybe I should.
You should.
Yeah.
Great.
Fear.
Sure. Yeah. I'm getting into the fear record again. The Wipers, Devo. Just stuff. I don't know. It's most of the stuff that I find myself listening to is just stuff that I've been listening to for the past 10 years. Just always reverting back to it because there isn't much going on right now. There really aren't any contemporary bands that I really like, besides the Pixies, Vaselines, Mudhoney.
Yeah.
Love Mudhoney.
They
Some hard times with Sub Pop, definitely.
I mean, do you like all the other bands? Something?
Yeah.
The Dwarves.
No, I don't like the Dwarves.
Hey?
Fuck no. Well,
I like
that
the
album
album
cover.
cover. It's good.
I like the little single.
Well, that's it. That's all you do. You have it.
But there's like, there's that, the album before that.
Do we like the outdoors music.
Yeah. If they weren't on Sub Pop, would you like them, or would you be aware of that?
They're on Sub Pop, and I don't like.
What about this thing, like being shackled with some sort of, you're the best band and stuff like that? Like I was saying, Sub Pop's brilliant, and you're the best band.
I don't
you
know
feel like
if
pressure on your shoulders
should
for that?
be considered an insult because that's only about 5 bands. How do we compare to other bands?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, like there was, the compilation.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a lot of those bands.
That many bands are there.
But I don't know. It doesn't matter because we don't think we're the best band so far. At least I do. I think nothing is. But there's no. I don't like to compare things like that. We're different bands with different from each other.
So you're going to stay with Sub Pop?
No.
For the foreseeable future?
No.
What, you don't like them, or you like?
Nah, they're just.
Progress, or just...
Yeah, it's time to move on because those guys.
We need
They're pretty much
financial
done.
backing for what we've got right now. Promotion.
They've done pretty much everything they can do for us. I mean, they've done that about a year ago.
Well, not necessarily surprised, but a lot of like saying that, for example, I've got N.M. and whatever the surface teachers. But a lot of other bands. And you haven't, the second album. Was there any reason, just like apathy, or
For the second album.
was it the second album is going out on Sub Pop, presumably?
No, it won't be on Sub Pop.
It won't be. The one,
This next album.
yeah, it's sort of on Sub Pop.
We'll be on a major, we'll have a deal wrapped up with it. A month, by the end of this month.
This isn't going to come out until Christmas, so.
No,
Names
there's
of
no
labels.
Not at
Labels,
all.
just about anything.
Yeah.
We talked to just about all of it. Except for Warner Brothers. I think we talked to Slash. I guess the Warner Brothers subsidiaries covered all the arrangements. The album will be called Sheep.
Sheep. Hey. Why? Just you like sheep.
We're in a wool sweaters.
It's
It's open for interpretation.
Yeah. Was it Jack and Nina? Did you last one?
Yeah.
In the again or
Jack and Dino and Nirvana did the last one.
Yeah.
We're going with Butch Vig Madison. Just killed those two records.
Yeah. Go on, bro.
No thanks.
Yeah. Well, do you think you're more popular here?
Yeah.
Or Europe?
Yeah. Definitely.
What do you think that is? I remember reading, well, I got some stuff from Anton the other day, and just like saying about how
Well,
bands sort of
You know what's
from
weird,
the
though?
northwest or something, they
Wait.
live in the same environment or something as the British do.
the way I figure it, though, if you look at it per capita, we'd be just as popular in the United States, judging by the amount of fan mail we get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
see, here, we come here and there's a lot
So
smaller
confined, so that
population.
it's easier to recognize that way.
Uh-huh.
It's like saying the New Kids on the Block has sold more records than the Beatles. Well, there were less people 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there were.
Well, they would have, but
Yeah.
the people able to buy records would probably be different.
Right.
So what?
It's just a per capita thing. You just
Yeah,
look at
right.
the pie. You gotta look at the pie graph.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah.
we're eating more. We're eating more beets.
We're eating more broccoli.
We're eating more broccoli. Here's a pie graph.
We're eating more New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
Could you go with that? Like the adulation that they get? If maybe you get that. Screaming brats.
I'd eat it up because I'd go up
So
there.
the money. Yeah.
I just get really drunk and say, "Well, you can't hear me play anyway, so it's a lie." You know. Oh, you know what we do? If we were New Kids on the Block, we do what they did. We just have CD play and just lip sync to it, you know, and just be totally pissed out of your fucking head.
They have to be there.
And then, you know, go up there and just kind of move around. Then you can do real acrobatics, like trapezes and trampolines. And get shot out of a cannon.
Wow, that's great.
And not miss a note where it flies in the air.
Because into a safety net.
Bass player. Look at him.
It's all lip syncing.
Look at him.
And not even play the bass. I'll hire somebody to play the bass for me.
This is Chris's.
John Entwistle. He needs the money, I heard.
Yeah.
John Entwistle.
You can actually just show him on the stage, and you can just say that this is Chris's personal bass player for the lip syncing segment.
So the dance segment.
The what segment?
Dance.
Yeah, the dance segment.
Right.
So, she dances on stage.
John Entwistle would be there in like a brown Naugahyde, like a red Naugahyde coat. He'd have these flares on, and it'd be so great. And he'd be standing there.
Put the bar on.
And I'd be there going, drunk.
Look at him, he's looking a total fool on himself, and he
Pissed, a big piss getting right pissed my pants right here, you know? Oh, you pathetic mess. But I have a lot of fun, so
So he's put in the best place to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
People here, they know how
Best
to
response. They know how to get drunk and attack us on stage.
Yeah, do you mind that stage diving stuff? It's been a real.
If they don't just, if they're respectful, they can come up there, but some guy has to come up and bump into you, like he's not even watching.
Yeah,
or people who are like,
you.
they get on stage and they stay there and they go,
There are always a few who just don't give a rat's ass if what band is up there. They just want loud rock and roll, and they
Well, they want to
trip over your effect pedals and stuff like that. And, you just have to put up with it.
Do you get frustrated with them or stuff?
Well, after a while,
Start kicking.
Yeah, start kicking.
Yeah.
kicking's a good
I mean, I saw Rollins a month or two ago, and it was like, he was fine about it. Just like I said, you got that much, and I've got this much
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
And then for anybody to come up there and start messing around again.
Right. Well.
And then somebody just did get on stage and sort of got an in bass player, and basically started kicking them out.
Yeah. They're playing instruments, and it's a lot harder than if you're just going to go on and sing with no shirt on. It's easy.
Dude, who'd want to touch his sweaty
I
butt?
heard a story about him in Germany last time we were in Europe. That this drunk German guy came up on stage, and he was just wearing his shorts and nothing else, And he came and he started taking off all his clothes. Just this drunk German guy was up there, and he started like taking off his shirt and taking off his pants until all he had on was his underwear. And then he went over to Henry and tried to pull down his pants, And he just turned to him like, and punched him right in the nose. And so here's this drunk German guy just going, blood all over his face. And Henry got arrested, thrown in jail. Shit, jeez.
He was being raped.
Really?
Yeah.
But, it just gets to the point where we played the show a couple of weeks ago where I've got this, my bass drum is 2 feet away from the edge of the stage, and there's just kids like falling in. I got cymbals hitting me. There's kids with my sticks in Washington State. Kids with my sticks doing, hey, playing my drums for me. It's like,
But after a while, they
Well, we play behind like a chicken wire cage.
And then people are running at you,
It's all over.
and you can't close your eyes or anything because you have to walk around.
Make sure you don't get the microphone smashed into your face.
Yeah, it's really bad.
But it's hard to decide whether you want that to happen or a bouncer standing in front of you the whole time.
That really pisses you me off, actually, like someone watching a band and you try and move a muscle or something and a bouncer don't do it. It's probably something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're causing trouble, you're out.
well, it's like
is there a line that can be drawn?
in the whole Fugazi.
Between that.
Fugazi's all
There can be.
they just
the audience just has respect.
want people to dance around and not kill each other, and I think that's cool and everything, but kids want to come up and jump off the stage, do stage time, whatever. More power to them.
As long as you just have some respect and get out of the way.
Get on and get off.
Get up there, have your moment of glory, and jump off.
Right. You got people who get up there and go like, Tony, look at me. Then they dive off. They come up to you and they go, fuck yeah. And they turn around.
What are you here? cool.
As long as they don't steal my beer by my hand. You know, or steal
How's
it.
it cool?
As long as they don't steal our that'll
That's
too much.
that,
Yeah?
steal
But that's fun.
straps. You know.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
Don't
see,
even
triple
mention that.
flippers-
I don't want to start that crap.
What?
Saying or talking about it.
What?
Talking about it or it happens.
Talking about it, I mean, it happens, but I don't want to start. I don't even want to talk about it.
Because
Then
then
people may
hey,
read it and
spin
go,
off.
oh,
Oh, what's that?
yeah, right.
When people do spit at you, or you just shoot
Not too often.
That's gross.
it.
Now with all this AIDS thing going on,
Wow.
I don't want someone spinning on me. I have to wear these
Don't
rubbers.
cut lip or something.
And cover up people.
Remember the Naked Gun with Priscilla Presley? And they wore those condoms that are giant. He just like takes off his clothes.
This is Velcro front open.
That was funny.
We also like that. Oh, yeah, where else you played apart from Europe and America?
No, Tijuana, Mexico.
Yeah.
Canada.
Is that any different than America?
It's a little bit.
Not much really, unless you go as far as
Some parts.
Once
Montreal, Montreal's a lot like
Yeah.
it's the closest thing to Europe.
You know you're not in America though. It's weird, but then you know you're not
Just
in
because the
Europe.
people are dumber.
The French.
Not the French, just some Canadian people have this.
Those French are dumb. You want to. No, I don't want to start any nationalism.
But you got good looks.
We need more. That's all we need is more borders in the world. We want to have Canada and Quebec. You know, oh, we need more borders. Well, let's have our neighborhood we have to cross. Checkpoint Charlie. You know.
Every state.
Yeah.
You are now entering Tennessee.
Yeah. Please have your passport.
Please have your passport ready.
Fuck, wouldn't that be a
How do
big
y'all
travel?
people want to go to Tennessee anyway?
That's one nice thing about
Australia.
traveling across the United States is you can drive for 20 hours and you don't cross any
Mm.
borders or anything. You're still...
Europe. Drive. 10 hours at the most?
Yeah.
You get your passport and get taxed by Germans and shit.
Smoke your hash.
Smoke your hash or throw it away.
Eat it.
You know?
Or stick it in your ear. Put it in your hair. Put it in your crap.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, it's just too hairy.
But Skeeter had these little pockets in his head. This band I used to be in, this other band, and the bass player had dreads.
It's like,
Put it up in his hair.
I can just see the DVR.
We'd always say, Skeeter, did you get rid of everything? Yeah, it's cool. Cross the border. 2 seconds after we crossed the border.
We know you don't have any hash. Shit, you know. But
Do you smoke?
Do you smoke it? It's okay.
It's okay to tell me. I smoke it myself sometimes. You know?
No, that stuff's for the birds. That's not for me.
It's bad for your brain.
Oh no! They think you're really stupid. Never touch a stuff.
I do take it a lot, actually, yeah. But I'm the
Oh sure.
You want some?
I told that, like everyone just looked at me just laughing. Oh.
Are you going to Eastern Europe? I mean, presumably you're going to Europe.
We'd like to. We played in Budapest, Hungary once.
Yeah?
We want to go there, but it's still different.
Yeah, I suppose it's going to be from like
We played it.
more European, like money.
No, they're going to be the workforce. They're gonna
Yeah,
be
that's
the
true.
West
Yeah,
End work.
like Mexico's bringing
We're going to work for $1 a day.
Yeah, Mexico, that's right.
cheap labour, bring them over.
Capitalism running rampant.
Love it.
God bless you, Ron. I can't. For all you've done.
But the golf, that's a good one.
Oh, well, see, I think.
Sedan. Do you like Sedan?
Yeah, he's good. He's pretty good.
The Americans are just going to try to be the badasses and end up getting their asses kicked.
You know, it's all for cheap oil.
It's all for fucking gas.
And,
Everybody.
but hopefully it's setting the stage for the total, total collapse of the Western economy. You know, I hope so.
Why?
Just because it's all artificial You know what I mean? Everything's on credit. You know, it all depends on oil. It all depends on Saudi Arabian and Japanese investment. You know what I mean? And it's just all phony. It's not real. It's just a skeleton structure. It's not even a skeleton. It's just artificial thing. I don't even care. I want a big war to happen. I want a lot of dumb soldiers to die over there. They're so gung-ho and stupid. Oh, you fight for my country. Let them die in the heat because they're that stupid. If nobody, if no, I'd never going to join in the army of any country.
And then everybody's
like that.
You get called up?
I could get called up. I wouldn't fucking go.
Why could you not then?
I'm getting older. I'm 25, so
So I'm still.
What would you do?
What would I
You
do?
get paid for that when you come to anything.
Fuck it. I mean, you could
instant homosexual
You
appeal.
could either you could go and you could say, hey, I'm a faggot. You could go to Canada. You could just completely dodge the whole thing and try to get away from it, but the system will end up catching up to you. Or you could be a conscientious objector.
You've got carry structures in the front line.
Or whatever, or work in a hospital.
change bedpans.
Yeah, right. Shovel shit. But they're just you shouldn't be forced to fight for something that you have no interest in whatsoever.
You know how you went.
Do you drive a car?
No, I don't. I don't have a car. I don't even have a fucking
There's
license.
plenty of buses.
No.
I think we should go back to the horse
I
and carriage.
know we need oil.
Flyers,
But there's
diagrams of how to
there's
make
enough oil to
engine that runs on
at least
water.
run the lorries.
So what do you make your money out of? Selling records?
Selling records, right? CDs, plastic.
Yeah. So you do plastic too?
Yeah. Tapes.
Plastic
There's
tapes.
enough, it's just all artificial.
Well, art should be one thing that you can consider. I mean, art should be something that everyone should just be wasteful with.
Do you consider what you do art? Or do you think rock and roll is something separate?
Sure.
Yeah?
It's your
Expression.
own creativity.
Sure.
Yeah?
Of course. I mean, some people are getting worked up about how much paper is being used in CDs because the packaging is being thrown away.
Well, that's one
There's
thing.
plenty of other things we could worry about in wasting some paper compared to, art. It's okay to waste or use. We want to put CDs inside of album jackets, actually, LP jackets. Just because we like, gatefold or whatever, just because we like the idea of the LP.
It's a nice size.
Big, the package being this big and looking at it, we're going to miss that. I mean, even if it's on vinyl or not, it doesn't matter. There still should be a 12-inch package you should get with an album.
Well, the poll text we did on Saturday. You worked on Saturday.
It's all a fucking scam. Fuck it.
Did you hear about the sort of semi-riot?
Yeah, we heard about it a little bit.
Well, were you there in the spring? This spring?
No.
Before Christmas or before? Because there was like a big march after the Trafalgar Square, and it's like the police just sort of steamed in and started beating people down the place. It's their fault. The march on Saturday was a consequence of that. Do you know anything about it?
Personally,
Everybody has to pay the same tax if you're rich or
Is it like that in America? It's just like a...
Well, you're
tax,
you're in tax brackets, depending on your income.
This is separate. There is income tax.
Oh no, there's nothing like that.
No?
They just tax the hell out of you everywhere. You go
I'm
buy
sure there are different versions of poll taxes all over.
a stick of gum is 10 cents, but you pay 11 cents for it. Because sales tax, use tax like that. Okay.
alcohol,
There's tax
tobacco,
there's tax on everything.
price of cigarettes goes up every week.
It's crazy people here are still so concerned with this poll tax cause, because when we were here last year, it was a big issue, and it's still going on. If
There's loads less people that like that. Saturday, which is about 10.
That's too bad.
I don't know. great. I think it was just like the British Day set.
Yeah, that's the way it is in America. It works. It works there. People don't care at all. People don't even care enough to even protest. And when they do, it's just about a few hundred middle American ex-hippies.
They don't care enough to get paid. Next question.
No, that's cool. Teddy?
Television?
Mm-hmm.
Television's cool. Television was developed as an educational tool. And it can be an educational tool. You can be a modern day cultural anthropologist. Just see what's going on and how stupid your fellow man is. Why is what's on TV or how stupid they want you. You know what I mean? Like we have 40 channels where I live. There's like that's
40 examples.
40 examples of stupidity. So it's a good reminder, you know. But then again, being the weak person that I am, I want to be entertained. I demand to be entertained.
I demand my entertainment.
There's got to be something here, damn it.
And sometimes there is.
There'll be, yeah, sometimes there is. Something goes through there. Maybe 10%
Usually got
of
something
the stuff
contemporary.
is on there, you know. And
A rerun of an old movie.
What about Twin
and
Peaks?
you got CNN.
It's only just starting tomorrow in England. And it's like,
Yeah, it's fine for the first.
Is that sort of like, you've obviously seen it. Right?
Yeah, it's fine for the first few episodes, but after a while it turns into a typical.
If it didn't have so much of a soap opera taste to it, you know, if it wasn't such a blatant like, ooh,
Well,
I
see,
can't wait till next week kind of thing.
I watched it in hopes of I was going to find out who killed Laura Palmer, and now that's
It doesn't even matter.
No.
Because I saw, there's like over here they have it's been available like video of the first episode and a little tacked on bit at the end where you find out it's some bloke called Ed.
No, Bob.
Or Bob even.
There's
Bob killed her. Bob's the one who killed Laura Palmer.
And those really dumb dwarf dancing about.
Yeah,
good
that was a
images.
great. That was really cool.
In fact, talking back pretty much about that.
Yeah, that was like the best episode. Definitely.
That was actually in it. Cool.
That was like the 6th episode or something, wasn't it? Or the 3rd, maybe. It was really good.
What happened?
I mean, if you can't expect every episode to be that within that quality. It's just it's every week. That's what the problem is with series. That you can't have quality stuff if you're expected to put something out once a week. It's just impossible. I mean, what if we had to put out a single once a week? You know, it couldn't be done. There should be time. I mean, I kind of like the television over here because you never know what to expect. It's so.
That's what I was thinking about it. Was that like a couple of friends of mine in America have been just saying it's like brilliant. It's so amazing. This thing is coming out on national television, and I saw this video. I thought, well, that's really not exceptional.
The first
over
one,
here, we get that sort of quality television on a very regular basis.
Like they showed an original David Lynch movie just the other night, a really old one. Yeah, it's fantastic. They wouldn't show that. Maybe in some late night cult
It's like a Razorhead
program. What?
It was a bit like a Razorhead before that.
Yeah, it was it's even better than Razorhead. I thought it was amazing. But I don't know, cinema is really looking better, in my opinion.
Well, at the moment, or just
At the moment.
in respect of the low quality of television?
Well, no, just in respect to the cinema itself, mainly just movies. I think the movies themselves are getting a lot better because people like David Lynch and John Waters are being allowed to make commercial movies. They're getting financial credit, and things are mainly just getting more surrealistic. I mean, that's what I prefer. But it's cool. It's really good. I'm surprised at cinema now, and I haven't been excited about movies for years. It's really nice. At least there's that medium in the bar to look forward to.
Would you see yourself moving into something like that over the later stage?
Yeah, we want to make a movie soon.
Yeah?
In fact, yeah, definitely. We love the idea. We've been toying around with ideas. It would be
Scando sex slaves from hell.
Huh?
Scando sex slaves from hell.
Well, it wouldn't be like an obvious cult slasher movie or something like that. It'd be just pretty much on the same lines as a David Lynch movie. You know, not much of a plot, maybe just imagery. You know, just a montage of weird stuff.
something like strange focus. I think it's nice. So, I don't know. But drink and drugs. I remember somebody saying you don't drink at all as much.
No, we don't. So, well, when we do,
You do.
indulge, yeah, sure. But actually, we've somehow gotten an image of being total drug abusers.
That T-shirt that you had,
Yeah, right.
crack smoking and all that.
Right, and the first few interviews that we had were pretty, I don't know.
I don't know, I've
We
been
weren't very
pretty
prepared
steady.
for it, so we just used obvious rock and roll cliches as a tool to try to start an image, you know. Earlier we were just like backwood rednecks who take a lot of drugs. It's as simple as that. That was really an image given
Sub Pop
to us by
put-
Sub Pop.
yeah.
I mean, some people think that being on an independent label is great because of its artistic freedom, but I think the Sub Pop has
Taken it upon
that-
themselves to.
Yeah, they've
do
taken
some
it
things
upon
for
themselves
us.
to do a lot of things for us without our consent.
Yeah.
So we may as well go for a major.
Yeah, do you think that's because they've got some images of Poe, comes up, Tanks, is the epitome of slobbish rock and roll dementia or whatever you want to call
Right.
it.
Well, there's an image that's
No, things like
Good.
go ahead,
I mean-
rock and roll and get drunk and chat a few women after.
yeah. I mean, those guys live out the world better than we can. Just because they're good at it, they're really good storytellers, and they can
They like it.
play
and
along
draw
with it. They like to do that kind of stuff, but they're definitely not the marginally retarded rednecks that
Yeah.
they portray.
So, I mean, all that. One of the things I think from another one is something about you being Satanist.
Yeah, it's
That's just the
bullshit.
same nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about Satan. I don't know
All I
nothing
know
about
is that
religion
the
either.
wine-
That's fine.
What's that?
He's a nice guy.
Yeah. Satan, he's pretty good.
Satan's just alright, buddy.
Yeah, Satan's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Satan's been exploited, man. They just took
So anyway, backward tracking with messages like
Sure, yeah.
Natas.
It says
Rat's
so.
ass.
Law.
But, yeah, indeed. Oh yeah, songwriting influences all that sort of motivation and all that sort of stuff. Cool.
I think half the motivation is boredom.
Yeah.
I mean, is Aberdeen the country? Is it? Right, do you still live there?
No, we don't live there. For a few years.
Was that the main reason you started with that? Boring.
Yeah, sure.
Would you have been bored
we
anywhere
like
else?
music. We're music fans. I'm sure if we lived in a fast-paced life in a place like New York, we'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We'd be exactly the same people. It's just wherever your environment is, it doesn't matter. Inspiration. I've been inspired just recently by some new friends that I've met who have helped me pretty much reinvent punk rock again, because for a while
For yourself or?
for myself, yeah, and for our music, because for a while we kind of got sucked into this sub-pop, grunge, long hair, retro 70s mold that wasn't very fitting for us, and it's easy to fall into something like that, like the whole scene, if you're totally into the scene. And now I've got just a few friends lately who are new friends of mine who really helped me reinvent punk rock. Totally flat. I'm starting to listen to old punk rock stuff that I was listening to like 5 or 6 years ago.
Like what?
It's like the Wipers and Tales of Terror and River and Bad Brains and Black Flag, just all that stuff. all the 70s punk rock just sings.
Ed Kuiper's playing on Wednesday.
Huh?
Ed Kuiper.
Oh yeah?
He's Cooper. He's playing on Wednesday.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know about
Or maybe Tuesday. Yeah, it's a bit horny. Horns. With horns.
Oh,
rather than-
yeah, he's a horn guy, isn't he? I mean, after a while, the Saints really.
It's always alright, custom credit.
I mean, that's one of the only bands I really like that have horns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonics?
Huh?
Sonics?
Sonics?
The Sonics. Yeah.
The Sonics?
The saxophone?
Sonics, yeah. From
That was a really
Washington
raspy saxophone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't remember the music.
Age.
Huh?
80?
Sax, yeah.
Wait,
It was just a saxophone, but it wasn't like a horn section.
Just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Fear had a
I mean, it's
saxophone.
nothing like Chicago or something.
El
I could never
Chicano.
deal with anything with brass and moving instruments in it, but the Saints were still one of the only rock punk bands that did it with taste that I know.
Do you see yourselves like expanding the instrumentation?
Not very much. If we do, we'd use it minimally, like the Stooges. Just a little saxophone here or there or something. I don't know. I couldn't see it happening right now. We're going to use the cello, a couple of songs on the new record, one string.
So it's not actually recorded yet in the album? So the tape I got from Anton was just the single. Or the 8 tape he's got. I've got 6 tracks on it.
Yeah, those are new songs. We attempted to record the record with our other drummer, but actually we're pretty pleased with the whole performance. It's just that Dave's in the band now, so we thought that we'd just re-record everything.
But I didn't want to know how many songs I wanted for it, because it stopped halfway through. Didn't record the whole thing. I haven't actually, so I've seen a cover of the thing, some tracks go from today. There's just 2 songs on.
Yeah, the single has 2 songs.
Oh, the cover of that, is that you just getting really frustrated and stuff, or just people knocking about? It looks like the drum kit is splashed all over the place.
That's just what we do a lot of times.
Yeah.
Rock shit. If it's a good show, if it's a really good show or a really bad show, destroy your stuff. It's like a climax.
There's some sort of food fixation or something.
Sure. I mean, I think it's just a rock and roll thing. It's a reaction if you really like, if you really get intense into the music. I think a lot of people have tendencies to want to do that. It's just expensive for most people. It's expensive for us as well.
Like, set light to your guitars. You don't set light to them now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Never have, but I probably will one of these days. But, smash up the equipment is something we've done for, I don't know, since we've been a band.
Yeah.
Do it for attention and frustration release.
Kind of a good way to wrap up the show. It's fun.
You come to the encore.
Yeah, I can't do any encores. There you go.
That's another reason too.
Yeah, encores are kind of too rock star with it.
Yeah. Hey, Rebecca.
Yeah, okay. Teased you a little. Okay, a couple more songs.
Remember, they walked off stage and walked right. Nobody was even going crazy. They walked right back on. Not,
I think if you've got somebody on, if you're going to play or something, you just play until you run and play and then you walk off.
Yeah, sure.
Until somebody calls the club.
Some people are ungrateful though.
Yeah, like, a couple of times in concerts and stuff. People get really stroppy if you don't do an encore.
Yeah, well,
In England, anyway.
right, yeah. Well, we hardly ever do an encore, but sometimes we have to because they want it that bad. You can usually just tell.
It's about it, I think.
Yeah, that poll tax is like
such a blatant rip-off.
It is, I mean, the fact that you've got to pay just to live,
See?
the same as like if I live in a flat and Mr. X lives in a mansion and I pay or don't pay.
You know how England has this like North Sea oil? Do you think that's enough oil for the whole country to get by on?
Would have been, but we fucked it off until the government
Oh god.
sold it cheap.
See?
Not much left.
See? And so, you see,
Unrenewable resources.
it's like, oh man, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
If a country would blatantly rip you off with a poll tax, they'll do things like inflate oil prices just so they can,
Get more tax.
and
Pay low wages. I really don't like England very much. I can't see anywhere that's nicer.
out in the woods somewhere.
Maybe Australia or something. That's probably just as bad as just the climate's nice. It rains more.
Maybe like literally more low-key existence where you can get by easier. So living in a filthy city where you have to, air contact with
Do you feel like, presumably where you come from, were you brought up there?
Yeah,
Grew up there?
I was.
Just like in the middle of nowhere?
Amongst all these woods. Really secluded place. The whole community was revolving around, it still does revolve around the wood industry, cutting down trees. Cutting down trees and forgetting to replant, and now complaining about how many trees left. So there's no trees left and wanting to go into sacred rainforest territory. But the spotted owl, when there was a spotted owl environmentalist thought it was an easy way to protect an endangered species to stop the loggers from going into the forest. And they're mad as hell about it, I'll tell you. They have bumper stickers that say the spotted owl tastes like chicken and stuff like that. It's just like
There's an owl.
an owl, yeah.
Right. So it's on the west side.
yeah.
Or the water hit.
I think I'm gonna skip dinner tonight. I don't think I should go up.
You should stay out. You have to get on the regular schedule.
Well, what time is it?
10 to 8.
Yeah, we've got to do it.
The jet lag.
We've got to go out with the labels.
When did you get in? When did you arrive?
Sunday. Should stay out. Maybe we can find some
Well,
vibes.
see, I haven't gotten any sleep really. Like last night, I only slept for 6 hours. The whole thing is that I haven't. What's been complicating is I haven't been getting any sleep, steady sleep. I think if I could wait for total slumber for 12 hours, I'd wake up tomorrow and ready to go. I'd just do this stuff.
I don't know, get some fresh air.
That was a nice interview.
Yeah.
Tell everybody fuck you and we hate them. And, I think just really give a shit about anything. They just let me. I'm a sap. That's why I have a thing of concern.
Good, well, thanks so much. The tongue around it.
The age of 7, I've become hateful towards all humans in general, only because it seems so easy for people to get along and have empathy. Only because I love and feel for people too much, I guess. Thank you all from the pit of my burning, nauseous stomach for your letters and concern during the last years. I'm too much of an erratic, moody person, and I don't have the passion anymore. Peace, love, empathy.